If the whole world is watching or talking about an event, good or bad, you can bet it's making history. And since you and I are here watching it unfold, why not document it and share your perspective as part of your family history? I'm Linda Satgast with FamilyHistoryHero.com with 5 tips on how to do that. There are 3 historic events taking place right now. For months, we've been in various degrees of lockdown or quarantine because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Then just last week, news came of another African-American man dying at the hands of police. And now we're experiencing a wave of demonstrations across the nation, some of which have grown violent, putting both demonstrators and law enforcement in jeopardy. But in the middle of these disturbing and difficult circumstances, we've also experienced a highly positive historic event, the launch and docking of the Dragon spacecraft with the International Space Station, which gave us renewed hope that when we work together, great things can happen. All 3 of these events have affected millions of people around the world, so why not record them as part of our personal history of the times that we live in? Of course, you can just write something about it or make a voice recording, but down the road, your kids and future generations will want to see you telling your personal perspective on video. So that's what my husband Charlie and I did. By the way, if you want to see exactly how we set things up to record and how we essentially included ourselves in the live coverage of the Dragon space docking, as well as a transcript of this video and my 5 tips, click on the link below this video. And if you're interested in family history, click on the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when my next video comes out. So here in a nutshell are 5 tips for an impactful video that documents a historic event. Tip 1, decide what to talk about ahead of time. Charlie and I decided to talk about all 3 events I just mentioned because they're all going on at the same time. Tip number 2, start by giving the date.
Well, here we are on the 2nd of June, 2020, and we're now something like...
We've been working on getting our movie reels and videotapes and cassettes digitized, and it's amazing how seldom anyone thinks to mention the date. So don't forget the date. Tip number 3 is to tell what is happening.
And we're now something like 2.5 months into the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. And here in Multnomah County, Portland, Oregon, we are still not even in phase 1 of reopening. So things are really restrictive. We're still really limited in what we can do, and places are still shuttered everywhere, which has been hard for everybody.
Tip number 4, tell your personal perspective or how it's affected you. And on top of that, with everything going on with the pandemic, we had a situation in our house that needed to be remediated, so we had to move out of our house and live for an entire month in our RV. And tip number 5, in most cases, keep it brief. Charlie and I talked about 3 historic events, and our video lasted less than 7 minutes. But you can go longer if there is a personal story that needs to be told, especially if you were involved in the event or deeply affected by it. And if that's the case, go ahead and take more time to tell your story. So those are my 5 tips for documenting historic events with video. The little bit of effort it takes to do this will pay off big time, especially years from now when your descendants can learn about historical events not only from the history books, but directly from an ancestor who lived it. I'm Linda Satgast with FamilyHistoryHero.com, where we show you how to turn dusty old boxes of photos into easy-to-share family stories.